Hello, my dear students. I'm your teacher Rinki Yadav. Today we will continue with the second chapter of Geography, Class 8, that is Population. In the previous class, I have already discussed few topics like overpopulation, underpopulation, then what is the impact of overpopulation, impact of underpopulation, then distribution of population, okay, on which we were having two factors, that is physical and non-physical factors. In that we have already covered physical factors. Today we will start with non-physical factors. So socio-economic and cultural factors influence the distribution of populations. In the previous class, in natural in physical factors, we have already seen that how the availability of water, availability of fertile soil, then the label of land had contributed to the distribution of population. Then in non-physical factors, socio-economic and cultural factors influence the distribution of population. That is political stability, the availability of educational and healthcare facilities, and the presence of industries and employment opportunities are some of the conditions that encourage people to settle in an area. So these factors also impact the distribution of populations. Political stability, in a few years back, if you have you were reading the newspaper, you must have read some of the Islamic countries. They were having the political turmoil there, and many people were migrating because of the lot of terrorist activities like Syria, for example. So a lot of terrorist activities was going on there, and many people were migrating from there, that place. So political stability is also one of the factor in the distribution of population. Then availability of educational and healthcare facilities, then the presence of industries which give you work, environment and employment opportunity. This also help in the distribution of the uh, your population. Then centers of religious or cultural activity also attract people. So like there are, if you go to Himalayan areas, you just go to Jammu and Kashmir, you can say at the very, it's such a cold area, where we have this very famous temple of your goddess Durga. uh, Many people are visiting that places, so people are having the employment opportunity, and people are going and living there. Then thus cities like Tokyo, New York, Mumbai, Bengaluru are crowded because they are the centers of industries and commerce, while Varanasi is crowded because it's a center of religion, learning and arts. Okay, so above three cities, Tokyo, New York, Mumbai, Bengaluru, they are crowded because of the industry, availability of industries. So people are finding a lot of work there, and that's why they are moving in these cities. While Varanasi, it's a city of religion, learning, and arts. So people are the crowding. People are living there because of all these factors. As most of the world's land is in the northern hemisphere, so if you study world map, okay, so you can find in that most of the land is there in the northern hemisphere. There is very few land in the southern hemisphere. The hemisphere has more people than does the southern hemisphere. The world had about 7.4 billion people in the year 2016. Of these, about 60% were living in Asia, about 10% in Europe, about 16% in Africa. Okay, so and 8% in North America, about 5.5% in South America, and remaining 0.5% in Australia and other parts of the world. So just see the difference. You can just see that in 2016 there were 7.4 billion people in whole world. Okay, and in which, just see this pie chart. In this, just see the distribution, that most of the population is living in this yellow region, that is the Asia part, which is almost 60%. 60%, more than half of the world population is living in Asia itself. So we can easily understand that we have very two countries which is having the largest population in the world, that is China and India. Then after that, we have 16% population is living in Africa, then 10% is living in Europe, then 8% is living in North America, then 5.5 in South America, and 0.5% is living in Australia and other part of the world. So Australia is in southern hemisphere. So just imagine the distribution of populations. Okay, there is one more table is given in this, the 10 most populous countries in 2016. Still these two countries, China and India, they top the most, they are on the top list. Okay, so China still it's having a first position, India second position, US is having third position, Indonesia is having fourth position, Brazil, Pakistan, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and Mexico. Okay, so and this population is in millions. Now, density of population. So, what do you understand by the density of population? Density in Hindi we call it घनत्व. ओके, कि एक छोटे से एरिया में या एक एरिया में कितने लोग रह रहे हैं. Density of population is the number of people per unit area of a land. Okay, so if you measure in any area of land, okay, in that number of people living, suppose if you talk about 1 kilometer of area, so you will find out that suppose in that 1 kilometer area 5,000 people are living, so that is the density of population. Okay, it is usually expressed as the number of person in every square kilometer of a land. Okay, so this is the criteria, number of person in every square kilometer of land. The population density of the world is about 50% person per square kilometer. So if we talk about the population density of the world, it is 50% in per square kilometer. But can you imagine that in India or in China, I think there are more than 50 people living in per square kilometer. This means that if all the people in the world were to spread out uniformly over its total land area, there would be around 50 people in every square kilometer of land. The density of population varies from place to place. Among the continents, Asia has the highest density of population. So imagine of India and China. They are having maximum density. They are having more number of people living in a very small area. While Australia has the lowest population, so we have already seen that chart, in that only 0.5% of population is living in Australia of the world. Okay, so just imagine that how spread the people might be living in Australia. Okay, they are living very far. While actually Antarctica has the lowest density of population, but we have excluded it since it does not have a permanent population. The density of population also varies widely within the continents. Okay, generally, large cities, coastal areas, and river basins are densely populated, while mountainous regions, and forested areas are sparsely populated. So, if we talk about in terms of India also, so if you see the area of like Uttar Pradesh and your Bihar region, okay, they are having the highly densely populated. Even talk about Delhi. Delhi is highly densely populated city of India, and then if we talk about the some of the hilly areas of India, they are very sparsely populated. people are living very far. Okay, so there is variation within the countries also. A small country may have a high density of population even though its population is not large, because all its people are packed into a small area. So a small country may have a density of a population even though its population is not large. ओके, एक छोटे से कंट्री की हो सकता है हाई डेंसिटी पॉपुलेशन हो, जबकि उसकी पॉपुलेशन इतनी ज़्यादा होगी नहीं, बिकॉज ऑल इट्स पीपल आर पैक्ड इनटू अ स्मॉल एरिया. Hence, some of the smallest countries like Monaco, Singapore, Bahrain, and Vatican cities have the highest population density in the world. Some countries with large population also have high population densities. Bangladesh, Taiwan, South Korea, the Netherlands, and India are examples. Among permanently inhabited countries, inhabited territories, the island of Greenland, a territory of Denmark, has the lowest population density. Now, change in population size. An official counting of population is known as census. Okay, so how we come to know that China is having that number of people living in in China, or India is having that number of people living in India? We are having a census that is known as the official counting of population. Okay, it's held every, I think, 10 years. Okay, after 10 years, every 10 years they are having it, and it is done periodically to show a change in population size, because within the 10 period of time there may be a more number of people increasing. So it's they are counting the population. At present, the human population on Earth is more than 7.5 billion. Okay, so if we talk about the Earth itself, the whole Earth, there have been 7.5 billion people living on the Earth. The people has grown to this size over a long period of time. Changes in the size of population depend mainly on birth rate and death rate. Okay, so this changes, the counting changes how, because of the birth rate and death rate. People are giving birth. We are having a lot of birth. People child are born, so the number is increasing, and the decreasing number is also there because of the death rate. So we count both birth rate and death rate. The number of live birth per thousand people in a year is called the birth rate. So what is birth rate? Number of live births per thousand people in a year. Okay, मतलब जितने भी live birth हो रहे हैं, born children हैं, on per thousand people in a year, that is known as the birth rate, while the number of death is per thousand people in a year is called the death rate. So number of death, ठीक है, यहाँ पे जितने लोग मर रहे हैं per thousand people के ऊपर in a year is called the death rate. Now the difference between these two rates gives the natural increase, which is the main factor responsible for population growth. So here is the growth of world population. You can just see the year. Okay, in 1800 it was around 1 billion. Okay, and then in 1927, after 127, they have taken the counting. There were 2 billion people. Then 1960 there were 3 billion people. After 30, like, okay, then 1974 there were 4 billion, 1987 5 billion, 1999 there was 6 billion, and then 2011 that is 7 billion. Okay, so there is a the graph is increasing, the population is increasing day by day. By seeing this table we can easily understand. Now, population of a region may also change due to the migration. Okay, this is also one of the factor, that population of region may also change due to migration. Many people may be moving from one place to another. So movement of people into and out of it. Okay, so they might be going, they are coming in the country, or they may be going out of a country. When the number of immigrants, that is inward migrants, entering a country exceed the number of immigrants, that is outward migrants leaving the country. So when there is an immigration, for example, if you've been reading the newspaper, you must have heard a lot of news about so many Bangladeshis entering in the part of Assam, some northeastern states, and they are increasing the population of that area. Okay, they are basically not the citizen of India, but they have been constantly, they are coming in inside of the Indian territories. So this what is happening because of this. There is a exceed the number of immigrants. Okay, नंबर इमिग्रेंट्स का इंक्रीज हो जाएगा बाहर जाने वाले लोगों से. ओके, आने वाले लोगों का नंबर इंक्रीज हो रहा है बाहर जाने वाले लोगों से, आउटवर्ड माइग्रेंट्स लिविंग द कंट्री. द कंट्रीज पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीजेस. इससे क्या होगा, जो पॉपुलेशन हो जाएगी वो किसी कंट्री की इंक्रीज़ हो जाएगी. अगर बाहर लोग जा नहीं रहे हैं, उससे ज़्यादा लोग कंट्री के अंदर आ रहे हैं, तो ऑटोमेटिकली उस कंट्री का पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज़ हो जाएगा. एंड व्हेन इमिग्रेशन एक्सीड इमिग्रेशन द पॉपुलेशन डिक्रीज. अगर लोग अपनी कंट्री को छोड़कर बाहर किसी कंट्री में जा रहे हैं और कोई और लोग उस कंट्री में नहीं आ रहे हैं, तो उस कंट्री की पॉपुलेशन क्या हो जाएगी, डिक्रीज़ हो जाएगी. माइग्रेशन कैन टेक प्लेस विद इन एंड बिटवीन कंट्रीज. ओके, सो माइग्रेशन दो तरीके का होता है, या एक तो अपने ही कंट्री में, ठीक है, मैनी पीपल माइट बी माइग्रेटिंग फ्रॉम विलेज टू सिटी इन सर्च ऑफ जॉब. ओके, और सम पीपल आर माइग्रेटिंग फ्रॉम वन कंट्री टू अनदर कंट्री. That generally people migrate to places where they can get more food and resources and better opportunities of employment, education, and healthcare. Hence, there is migration from less developed countries such as Sudan and Bangladesh to more developed countries such as USA and Australia. For the same reason, there is a migration within the country from rural to urban areas. Now, pattern of population changes. There is a pattern also in population changes. Initially, the population of world grew very slowly. Okay, because there was not good facilities of medical, so many people were dying. So the population was not growing on that pace. Okay, as both the birth rate and the death rate were high. तो दोनों ही बर्थ रेट और डेथ रेट दोनों ही हाई था, तो जो पॉपुलेशन था वो बहुत ही स्लोली इंक्रीज हो रहा था. विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम, स्पेशली आफ्टर द इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, द कंडीशन ऑफ लिविंग improved. Better medical facilities were developed and the production of food increased, bringing down the number of deaths caused by diseases and starvations. Thus, the death rate declined and the population began to grow at a faster pace. So the industrial revolution started. So people were getting jobs. Okay, they were getting earning. They were having food. Then the condition of the better medical facilities they were having. Then production of food increased. So this bring down the death rate caused by the diseases and starvation. तो जो लोग पहले डिजीज़ से या भूखमरी से मर रहे थे, अब वो उन लोगों का मरना बंद हो गया, जिससे क्या हुआ, डेथ रेट डिक्लाइन हो गया एंड पॉपुलेशन बिगेन टू ग्रो एट अ फास्टर रेट. The gradual increase in the world population is shown in table 2.2. So just you can see this table. I have already taught you. So, okay, so there is an increase in the change of population from 1800 till 211. You will notice that it took more than a million years for the human population to reach 1 billion, but it took only 12 years for it to rise from 6 billion to 7 billion. Okay, so just see this. In 127 years, it changes from 1 million to 2 billion. Only 1 million has increased. But from 1999 to 2011, just you can see in 12 years, it has been increased to 1 billion. Okay, so it has taken a long period of time. More than 1 million a year, it has become 2 billion. But within the time span of 12 years, it has become it has increased in 1 billion, and it has become from 6 to 7 billion. Sorry, 10 The rise in the growth rate of population led to a number of problems, including the shortage of food. Okay, so this is the biggest problem we are facing these days. That the growth rate of population is leading to number of problems. Okay, there has been a lot of problems because of the increase of population, but the major problem we are facing is the food availability. It soon became clear that with the limited resources of the earth, food production could not be increased at the rate at which the population was increasing. जिस हिसाब से population increase हो रहा है उस हिसाब से food production increase नहीं हो रहा है. So effort began to be made to control the birth rate to ensure that there would be enough food for all. So there has been measures has been taken by many countries to decrease, to have control on the birth rate. So just today we have in India also we are having this campaign of that hum do hamare do. Okay, the family of four people, two parent, two children. Okay, so which shows that earlier it was not happened. So many parents were having six, 10 children. So this criteria has been changing these days. Okay, which is happening in reduction of population. So so effort began to be made to control the birth rate to ensure that there would be enough food for all. The resultant fall in the birth rate has lowered the rate of population growth. तो जिससे क्या हुआ, बर्थ रेट डिक्रीज हो गया, एंड विच इन एज अ रिजल्ट हैपेंड इन द रेट ऑफ द lowered the rate of the population growth. The rate of population growth varies with time, and it is different in different parts of the world. The developed countries experienced a high rate of population growth when they succeeded in lowering the death rate. Okay, so developed country experienced high rate of population growth because they have been succeeded in lowering down the death rate. Okay, by using the medical facilities. Later on, these countries also succeeded in lowering down the birth rate, thus slowing down the growth of the population. उसके बाद इन लोगों ने बर्थ रेट को भी कम कर लिया, जिससे उनकी पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ क्या हो गई, कम हो गई. द फैसिलिटीज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर लोअरिंग द डेथ रेट रीच द रिलेटिवली लेस डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज मोर रिसेंटली. तो जो facilities required by lowering the death rate had reached relatively less in the developed country more recently. These countries have managed to reduce the death rate substantially but continue to have high birth rates. This is mainly because people in these countries are not aware of the need to control the population growth. At present, Africa, so some of the developing countries, okay, they are able to reduce the death rate. They are able to reduce the death rate, but they are not able to reduce the birth rate. So they are having a more number of population. So at present, like Africa, Asia, South America, and Australia are experiencing a high rate of population growth than Europe and North America. Now, characteristics of population. The population of a region comprises male and female, young and old, working and dependent people. Okay, so population included लोगों में कौन कौन होते हैं, मेल फीमेल होता है, ठीक है, यंग होगा, बुजुर्ग होगा, डिपेंडेंट होगा, इंडिपेंडेंट होगा. मतलब अगर आप चिल्ड्रन हैं, आप डिपेंडेंट हैं अपने पेरेंट के ऊपर. जो लोग जॉब कर रहे हैं, दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट पीपल. द proportion of different categories of people in population help us understand the qualities of that population. So first topic in this is age composition. The population of a country comprises three broad groups. Okay, in age, if we talk about the age composition, so people aged below 15 years, people aged between 15 years to 65 years, and people aged above 65 years. The relatively advanced countries have more people aged above 65 years in the population than less advanced countries have. Okay, so advanced countries like Europe and USA, North American countries, they are having more number of uh, aged people because they have considerably reduced the death rate. ओके, तो उन्होंने डेथ रेट को कम कर लिया है, तो उन और उनकी बर्थ रेट भी कम हो गई है, तो उनके यहाँ पर जो एजड पीपल की जो जनसंख्या है वो ज़्यादा है. सो इफ़ यू हैव रेड इन previous months newspapers, when there was a spread of corona in these part of area, so there has been a death of more number of aged people. ओके, तो जितने बुजुर्ग आदमी थे वो मारे जा रहे थे. ठीक है, बिकॉज somehow they have been suffering from some or the other diseases. So here not the more young people have not died, aged people have died in these places. ओके, वहाँ की जो जितनी भी बुजुर्ग पॉपुलेशन है वो लगभग ख़त्म हो चुकी है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कोरोना इफेक्ट. This is because better living conditions and medical facilities have resulted in a higher life expectancy in these countries. Expectancy is the average number of years a person is expected to live. So lifespan expectancy क्या होता है कि average number of years a person is expected to live, कि इतने साल तक वो व्यक्ति जिएगा. Okay. Now sex ratio. So sex ratio in Hindi we call it ling anupat. Okay, so the sex ratio gives the relative number of males and females in the population. It is expressed as the number of females per thousand male. Okay, तो हम क्योंकि if you have going through your daily newspapers and all, you can easily understand that in India, number of females are less in number, while the male members are more in number. Okay, so the number is how the sex ratio is measured. It is expressed as the number of females per thousand males. In most Asian countries, including, so you can just see this three maps in this population. Okay, this male, female, there is one graph. We'll study in meanwhile. India, there are more males than females. Okay, so we are taking the example of India itself. There are more number of males than females. This is largely due to the general neglect of female throughout the continent, leading to their early death. According to the 2011 census, there are 940 females per 1,000 males in India. So the number has generally increased from, because in India if we consider अगर यहाँ पर 1,000 मेल हैं तो उनके ऊपर 940 फीमेल हैं इंडिया में, स्टिल द नंबर इज़ वेरी लेस of the female. This is in contrast to the situation in developed countries where female have higher life expectancy and generally outnumber males. While in developed countries like in USA and European countries, the number of female is more than number of males because of the higher life expectancy. Now, next is working and dependent population. So we have already read about the sex ratio. We had already talked about the ages. Okay. Now, working and dependent population. Children aged below 15 years and old people aged above 65 years usually do not contribute in production. Okay. तो जो बच्चे 15 साल से नीचे हैं या बुज़ुर्ग लोग हैं 65 साल से ऊपर हैं, वो कोई भी कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं देते हैं किसी भी प्रोडक्शन में in economy of any country. They depend on the working population for the goods and services they require. वो किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करते हैं? वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन. ओके, सो पॉपुलेशन विच इज़ हैविंग अ एज फ्रॉम 16 टिल 64 ईयर्स और 65. ठीक है, तो ऐसे लोगों के ऊपर वो डिपेंडेंट रहते हैं. Generally, people aged between 15 and 65 years comprise the working population. This section of population is engaged in agriculture, industries, trade, and other economic activities. This section supports the dependent population in most advanced nation of the world. The percentage of dependent population is low. Okay, so in advanced nations, in more developed nations, the percentage of dependent population has gone low. Okay, now population pyramid. So these are population pyramids. Okay, these are population pyramids. What are these? A population pyramid, also called an age-sex pyramid, okay, is a diagram which help us study the age-sex composition of population. It divides the total population into 5-year age group. This it shows the number of people or the proportion of total population in each age group separately for males and females. It thus gives us the number or proportion of males and females in the working and dependent population. It also tells us about the birth and death rate and the life expectancy. Such information help us plan for the future needs. For example, a high death rate would mean the need for better medical facility. A large proportion of young people in the population could mean the need for more school and college to educate them, and so on. So if you just see this, okay, just see this first pyramid. If you just see this closely, there on the one side, on the y-axis, you can just see that there is age is written, okay, and then it's comprising from 04 to till 100 years. Then in this, the population is shown on the x-axis. Population is shown. Now what this pyramid is showing to you, that the population of from like the birth rate is higher in this, okay, and the here the they are having a very less number of aged people. Okay, so यहाँ पे जनसंख्या बढ़ रही है, okay, बट जो जो एजड पीपल है वो बहुत कम है. So you can just see in this boxes also, broad base shown high birth rate and a large number of children aged below 15, young dependents. Then steeply narrowing pyramid, ये pyramid यहाँ पे steep होता जा रहा है, संकरा होता जा रहा है, which shows the high death rate. Narrow top shows lower life expectancy and fewer people reaching old ages, that is elderly dependent. और यहाँ आके आप देखोगे कि ऑलमोस्ट एट द एज ऑफ 80 to 100 तक यहाँ पे कोई पॉपुलेशन नहीं है. इसका मतलब द पीपल आर हैविंग वेरी लोअर लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी एंड वेरी फ्यू पीपल आर रीचिंग टू द ओल्ड एज. Then in the second pyramid, you can just see here the broad base shows high birth rate. broad base है, ठीक है, high birth rate show कर रहा है. Then less steeply narrowing pyramid show falling death rate, especially among young people and a large number of people of working age. लेकिन ऊपर भी आप देखोगे कि थोड़ा चौड़ा है, इसके कंपैरिजन आप देखोगे थोड़ा चौड़ा है. तो इसका मतलब कि यहाँ पर जो डेथ रेट है वो भी थोड़ा सा कम हो गया है, especially in the young people and the working people. And slightly broader top shows increasing life expectancy. And थोड़ा सा ऊपर भी आप देखेंगे थोड़ा सा broader है. They have reached till the age of 80, 85 to 89, which shows that कि जो लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी है वो थोड़ा सा इंक्रीज हो गया है, वो अच्छा हो गया है. Then in third pyramid, you can just see a lot of variation is there in this pyramid. Narrow base shows low birth rate and a relatively smaller number of children aged below. तो आप नीचे का बेस देखोगे, ऊपर के बेस से वो थोड़ा कम हो गया है. इसका मतलब यहाँ पर बर्थ रेट जो है वो कम हो गई है. Then straighter pyramid shows low death rate. ठीक है, तो ऊपर भी थोड़ा चौड़ा है, इसका मतलब जो डेथ रेट है वो भी कम हो गया है. and broader top shows high life expectancy and more people reaching old age. and ऊपर का भी बहुत broad है, जो top area है, which shows that the aged people are having a good life expectancy and